Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Stance 101. My name is Asal. I'm sure you guys remember who I am from a couple podcasts ago. I'm here with my light-skinned friend.
Oh, you want me to introduce myself? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm Ryan. This is Asal, and we are here for the podcast.
I'ma stand out on my own, do my dances on my pole, lean twice on my own, sit the potion that got me froze, 2 bitches on my phone, yeah, they won't leave me alone. Thanks to pics on your phone, asking when you be home. Cake talk, baby, I'm the GOAT, don't you say so. Keep your face up, slurping on that dick like a demo. I'm like a dark Cupid, shoot you in your arm, make you fall alone. Zennies used to kill me slow, now it's you the stupid hoe.
Let's get right into it. Asal, what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to talk about a car that is a very hot take in the stance scene right now.
Looks just like this.
Looks just like that. I'm sure you've seen it everywhere, all over the internet after Gatlinburg. Big camber car, piss gold wheels, better known as Stancypants. So we are going to talk about him and his personal build.
Mr. Stancypants, he has 55,000 on Instagram.
It's a good following.
It's a pretty good following. A lot of people knew who his car was, but it was more so of an Instagram car as far as being seen out, just on, at least in the East Coast wise, because I mean, I go to a lot of shows. I hadn't really seen it in person except for like once, I think. But this year's guy, he really made a statement, if you will, by bringing that car out. I got the chance to talk to him after Gatlinburg, actually, so we'll get into that in a little bit. But right now, we're gonna start with his car and how it's built.
His car used to be white. It had very minimal camber. And then out of nowhere, he just popped out with kind of a sky baby blue wrap on it. And just disgusting camber on those wheels. Is it wrap or is it paint?
It's wrap. We're gonna say it's wrap.
We're gonna say it's wrap.
We're gonna say it's wrap.
If we're wrong, we're wrong. It's okay. But when we first saw that car, it's definitely a very wild car. It's right up our alley for how people want their cars built, kind of, in a weird sense. Some people want super wild cars, and that's exactly what that car was. Big camber, wrap, had some aero and everything done to it, frame just absolutely laying out, and it's a static car, and that's what people want out of a very big static car.
It was tight, and then Gatlinburg rolled around. This year's Gatlinburg was absolutely insane. For all of you that were there, congrats on being a part of the best Gatlinburg to date. Maybe minus 2018, but
definitely
size-wise,
one for the books. I say it was pretty close to 2018.
It was close. 2018 just had a different vibe. The car scene was at a peak in that time. But there was definitely more people there this year. So if you were there, that's awesome. If you weren't there, you're a bozo. So you're beat.
Always go to Gatlinburg.
Oh, even if you miss any show, if you miss every single show throughout the year, there's no reason why you can't take off a weekend from your job and go to Gatlinburg.
Or just quit. Stop being lame.
Or just quit. You could also do that. So a lot of people, one of the biggest problems in the scene is Instagram. And I say that because we talked about this before in another podcast. Instagram cars are a very real thing. When you build a car, photos can be edited. Honestly, even in a raw picture, a lot of flaws are hidden in a picture. And I had not really looked at his car that close, so I did not know what to walk into when I was gonna see it. When I saw it in person, I will say that his car did not necessarily fall under that category. His bodywork is actually not that bad, and he did a lot of it himself. The car itself is pretty clean, minus the fucked up skirt from the trailer getting on and off. But other than that, like the actual bodywork itself is not terrible. It's pretty good, especially for a mob car that has that much camber, that lays on the ground and drags ass everywhere. It was pretty solid.
That car is so low, he can't even put his bumper on.
Yeah, it's solid. Now, there was some stuff circulating around on the internet about the welds and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna lie, I fell into the trap of it. I saw it and I was like, damn. Those are kind of some shit-ass welds.
We thought it was just how he built his car. So, granted, everyone's going around the internet, oh, this is very unsafe. Why would you put someone in this car or somebody else in this car? It's a liability.
And that's the problem with the internet, because we fell into that trap of seeing it on the internet and assumed that was how it was the entire time. And that's not how it was. So we heard the story. Basically what happened is something happened, a part broke or something, and they had to, on the side of the road, fix it. Because that car is so low, getting it on and off a trailer is insane. So they fixed it on the side of the road with some shit ass welder that they had just to get it fixed, to get it to the show. Now, I don't know about you, but when I go to car shows, I don't be crawling under people's shit looking at their welds in their car or their suspension, or unless I'm looking to see if it's bagged. But other than that, I'm not really like staring. People were just trying to find something wrong with dude's car. And his car was actually very well put together. He owns like a little fabrication shop. They build custom parts for other Mazdas. I've seen his work. It is very good from what I've seen on the internet, besides that one.
And that one just so happened to be a quick fix with what they had. We've all been there. We've had to do it. Some of the cars that we've seen, you know, they're held on like complete zip ties. It's a zip tie
every
car,
one of you
I mean,
motherfuckers that are watching this has ghetto fixed your car on the side of the road. We've done it. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Not everybody has access to every little thing on the side of the road at any given point. It usually happens in the middle of the damn night somewhere.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've JB welded stuff that didn't even need to be JB welded because I had to break it, so I just had to do it, don't lie.
Anyways, getting to Gatlinburg, it just blew up in Gatlinburg with the getting on the trailer video. I mean, it was everywhere. Everybody was talking shit. Honestly, I didn't really necessarily talk shit, but I was just like, damn, that car's kind of ass from what I saw on the internet and blah, blah, blah. And they turned him away at the door the first day or something. I don't really know what exactly happened, but either way, it ended up making it inside on Sunday. And actually seeing it inside on Sunday, that car was kind of crazy. And just, you know, just seeing it in person, and I didn't get to find him necessarily and talk to him at that moment, but it was cool to see the car because it's not everybody's cup of tea, for sure. That car's extra as hell. But at the end of the day, it is that man's expression, and that is what I believe that this is all about. Now, is it my taste? No, I've been into big camber cars before of my own that I've built. I like building them now for other people and looking at them. I don't like driving them though because I enjoy my drivability. But he enjoys it, fuck him. And the cool thing about him is, like we've said before, I obviously love that you guys support the shop. I loved building you guys' cars. It was always a dream of mine, and here we are. However, I can always respect the dude that's trapping out of his garage doing it himself because that's where I started. So I can always respect that, and that's what Luke does. He builds all of his shit himself, builds his cars, you know, whatever, and it works for him. So that's awesome.
And the way the internet portrayed him, they made it seem like he did everything just for clout, which maybe he did, but we actually saw the interview that Alex FI did, and Luke is actually a very humble, wholesome dude. So that changed everything about it. And like, he builds the car for him. He doesn't build it for anything else. Yes, he's getting good and bad attention, but good and bad attention is still attention.
It is still attention. And like I said, whether he did it for clout is really not even the point here. As long as he's a humble dude about it, maybe he just wanted some attention for his car, if you want to call it clout, you know, whatever. But so back to what I said earlier, we both together watched the Alex FI video of him doing the interview, and he's a very like humble dude, and he's, like I said, his car was posted everywhere on every big page. He gained a huge following in a very short period of time, even more than he already had. So I don't know if you guys saw our Gatlinburg vlog. Very funny, by the way. If you guys want to go check that out, check our videos out. Our sacred and most loved cameraman fumbled the entire bag of our Sunday footage. Love you, by the way. So what we ended up doing was we did a little drawing, and we drew our favorite moments between me, Zion, Carlos, and us all on the iPad, and we did them on the screen. Well, I thought it was funny. I did Stancypants because it was a big, huge thing on Sunday, so I DM'd it to him. I just figured he'd open it. Well, he opened it, and he said, yo, dude, I'd fuck with you guys. I didn't even know that dude knew who the fuck I was. And he was talking about the shop, and he had heard good things, and blah, blah. Me and him talked a good bit. He said he's gonna try to link with us in Daytona. Anyways, the vibe that I got from that dude, when I went into that, technically speaking, I was just some random guy DMing the dude about his car, which I'm sure he gets a shit ton of. But he responded, he talked to me, he was super cool about it, and he gave off like a very nice vibe. So after that, I have respect for the dude because he was, you know, he's got a lot of stuff coming towards him or coming at him at the same time. And he took the time to respond back to me and talk to me, and we chopped it up for a little bit, and he's even trying to link up with us in Daytona. So I thought that was really cool. He seems like a very solid dude from at least my end.
He's a very solid dude. And normally the stereotype for people who self-build their own cars, they're like, oh, I don't need to take my car to that shop. I can do it better and blah, blah. This man molded his own wide body, wrapped his own car, and did all of his work in his garage. And he is still the most humble dude ever. He's still supporting all the shops that do what he does, AKA us and everything. He's not hating on nobody at all. Like, if you go back and to the videos that were posted, he never posted any of those videos. It was someone else that took that video and just shared it everywhere. He never wanted the trailer video to get out. But it just blew up everywhere with how Instagram is. So he's getting all this hate and everything, and he's honestly handling very well. Most people who start getting hate like that on their car, they're backfiring, you know, they're trying to keep up, they're trying to keep their back up with it. But no, he stayed calm and collective throughout the entire thing, which is a very respectful in the car scene.
I actually noticed that was the first thing I noticed, that when he did the trailer video, I'm sure in the back of his mind he knew what the fuck was about to happen.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he even said in that interview it takes him an hour and a half to get it on the trailer, and he had about 10 minutes.
The cops said this car is unsafe for the road. You have 10 minutes to get it on the trailer, or it's getting impounded.
So I noticed that when it happened, it was Braden that posted it. And if you want to talk about a clout hungry motherfucker, I would expect him to be like, "Hey, bro, I'm about to fuck my car up. Record it real quick and send it to me so I can post it on my own page." He didn't even post it. Somebody else posted it. So in my mind, if he was looking for some recognition and some clout from it, I would have imagined that he would have posted with him already having somewhat of a following and then let it get big. But somebody else just posted it, and then it just happened to pop off. So I guess that's somewhat of a testament to it. I mean, everybody's allowed to their own opinion. Even after this video, if you guys decide you still want to hate the motherfucker, it ain't got nothing to do with us. We're just here talking about it because it's something relevant right now, and we're just giving you an opinion on it.
Yeah,
that's just our opinion.
And from a builder standpoint, that is a very nicely done car. Yes, stuff happened, and he had to do some ghetto side of the road fixes, but like we said earlier, it happens. You know, I'm sure he took that car back home and redid it how it should have been done.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, things happen before a show. Gat curse is an actually real thing. I'm sure you guys understand that, like, gat curse happens all the time. I had it happen this year. I debeated the day before the show in Gatlinburg on the mountain. It was a big ordeal. We had to stop traffic and do all kind of crazy stuff. It was super annoying. And then we had your car. Your car
was just in shambles before Gatlinburg. I almost sold the car. It was so bad, but I got everything fixed. We were good to go in Gatlinburg. It did great in Gatlinburg.
Yeah, it was Gatlinburg, again, I mean, we talk about it so much on the channel, but I mean, just for you guys to hear it so much, you guys should know that, like, Gatlinburg is legit.
The show to go to.
It's legit. It's definitely legit. So I guess the last thing that we can get into would be with his car and having a big camber car. What are the technical problems that you could see out of a big camber car? Like tell them, like, what are some things that happen when you have a big camber car outside of tire wear, because everybody, you know, kind of knows.
And that's what I was going to bring up. The most common misconception about big camber cars is, oh, my tires wear out like crazy. Which, yes, when you have big camber like that, you are losing contact patch. So yes, you do go through tires a little more, but it's toe. It's always toe that absolutely kills big camber cars. A lot of alignment shops won't touch it and everything like that, so they can never get their toe completely as they need to. So then you have to worry about making the flip, getting tires for it, not debeating, and all of that. Then you have strut clearances, and just making sure running that big of camber is safe for your car. And Stancypants ran -28 and -24, and he ran it good.
But on that same token, though, there is a so big camber. I don't want to see any of you motherfuckers running around with camber gang in your bio with -4,
Yeah,
or -5, or -6. Like, a big camber is at least, in my opinion, you
double
can correct me
digits.
if I'm wrong. I don't even think it's double digits. I think it's at least 15 or higher. The big, like, when you say big camber, it's got to be 15 or higher. It's 15 is a good number, but you also kind of lose that toe to camber application thing, kind of, because when you start getting over like -15, -20, you're getting into sidewall territory. So this shit really don't matter. You finna run through tires anyway. So, like, it's a style. It's loved by some, hated by many, but you gotta be a special breed of dude to love being static. So I was static for a while. It was fun for when it was fun, and then it was not fun when it wasn't. And I ended up getting out of it. But like I said, we've done plenty of static cars. You know, I personally still think bags are better. I mean, y'all can crucify me if you want, but it is what it is. I like my car being clean. Now, you can keep a clean car, for sure. There's some dope static cars out there. I'll give a shout out to the homie, It's Juice Bruh, on Instagram. He won Best Static in Gatlinburg. That dude's car is immaculate. And he's on carbon fenders.
JD and Poppy, our good friend Chris. Immaculate static car.
Dreads are dusty,
made these
but he's hard.
very hard shirts on paint. and then mass produced them. Very hard static car. You can maintain a static car very well with the key word, maintaining it. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm a big camber static car. The wrap's peeling off, bumpers are chipped, quarters are messed up and everything, but it's all comes down to maintaining that car, which was a very big problem in Gatlinburg because a lot of static cars got denied because they were missing wraps, lips were cracked and everything. So you just got to maintain that car. Like he said, you got to be a special breed to be able to put up with a big camber static car, or just a static car in general.
The three of us were standing in that door in Gatlinburg, and there was some bold motherfuckers coming through that door. Like, I get it, like, dude, if I'm on the way down to Gat, man, and like I get a little scratch in my car, or like I curb a little bit one of my wheels, like I'm still gonna try to send it in the door. But man, some of these dudes were bold trying to come in that door with some of the stuff wrong with their car, like literally like crazy stuff. Like the camera was like off, like not front and rear, but like side to side, like. Quarters just looked like they went in a blender. Like, people were really trying to pull it off, and like just watching people get denied. Honestly, we were cool with it. I want the quality to be turned up at these shows. Everybody else does too, and then SE did it, and then
no, they're still getting backlash. They begged for more quality cars, slam enough delivered, still wasn't happy. It
still wasn't good enough. So I mean, at the end of the day, I guess to close this video out, everybody in the scene needs to be aware that building cars is basically an expression of yourself, like we said earlier. So you want to make sure that when you see somebody else's car, unless it's just like absolute dog shit, but like even then, there's always two sides to every story. Like with his car, everybody's seen that, immediately jumped to a conclusion when they didn't know the full story. So before you guys decide you want to talk shit about somebody's car, maybe at least get the backstory for it and figure out what's going on with it, because you never know what's going on. And then next time, maybe if something happens to your car and then you zip tie some shit, maybe that you won't get roasted because of it. So that's the end of this video, but please remember that Clean Greenville is coming when?
Clean Greenville will be here from the 18th through the 20th. The show is on Saturday the 19th. We want to give a huge shout out to Sam and all of Sam's team putting Clean Exhibition together. It is a great show. Everyone has a great time. On the 18th, we'll be hosting the pre-meet here. There'll be taco trucks. We'll be having the vendors, Battle Gang, car drugs, verified will be there. Overrated. We have a vape store coming and doing some small vending. We are vending ourselves with all of our new merchandise.
Our good stuff,
we have to promote too. And we have a full taco truck coming just so we can make sure we feed you little fat people. Please make sure you guys come out on the 19th or even just for the whole weekend. We'll be throwing the after party as well. And we will also have a very big surprise for the show. We've
already said it. We're giving away struts.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, we're giving away a full set of PSI struts to the people. $5 a ticket. Come to the booth. Buy from the girls at the booth, and you'll have a chance to win. We got a trophy made. We got all kind of cool stuff. So just definitely come by the booth, check the merch out, and if anything, $5 can get you a set of $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 struts, and you can bag your car, which is how all cars are supposed to meant to be. We will see you guys in the next video, and make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
I get these bitches that don't like me. I do